Alright, hey, this is going to be a real quick pop-up, a real quick tutorial to show you how to use the LePopup. So if we're in the back of the dashboard here, all these plugins you have down at the bottom, you're going to see LePopup. Well, we can set new pop-ups, or we can add new pop-ups, or we can kind of view what we kind of have going on. To view them, I just click right next to it. You'll see the Anakaban. I'm probably tearing that name up. I'm sorry. You see the one that we already made is right here. If you want to create a new pop-up, obviously you just hit add new. Now I'm not going to go too much into a lot of these features because you already know how to use these. I mean, you know how to create a new one. It's just like creating a new post or page right here. So pretty simple. I'm going to edit this one by clicking on it. And this is what we have. Now I tried to just insert an image and then obviously linking that image. When you click on the image, it brings it there. But it didn't work. I'm not sure if it was within the pop-up or within the plugins that you had, because I have used an actual image before. So what I did was I used the button form code, which just turns this whole thing into a button. Doesn't mean you're going to have to remember any of this code. That just means you're going to have to copy this and place it wherever you want inside a new pop-up. Now for this pop-up, you can see that I have your destination link right here. This is where they go to. And then also your image link, which is right here. And this is the full image link. So if you wanted to do a new image for this, instead of using this workout pop-up image that we have here, you would simply go to media, you would click add new, you'd add the image, then you'd grab the URL, and then you just come back here and post it. Pretty simple, right? That URL there. Now if you wanted to change the link address, say you want to send them to google.com, then you would put google.com in here with the http / in front of it. No big deal. The rest of this stuff here is garbage. Sorry, in this middle area. So something else you want to look at is if you ever edit the pop-up that you currently have, the only error that we were currently getting is this padding resets back to 30 pixels. So if you ever do any editing in here, or even come in here and hit update once, and you go back to your main page and you notice that your pop-up is kind of like, you know, the picture is kind of pushed in a little bit, then just come back here, medium 30 pixels, hit none, and click update. Now if you never come in here and hit update, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you come in here, this is automatically set to this, and when you click update, it's going to force the padding on your picture. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do it so you're real familiar with what's going on. So it's going to force the padding on your picture like 30 pixels in. So you'll see the 30 pixels in when it pops up here, and you can see the distance here. It doesn't look that bad, but your full pop-up would be the regular size. So just, obviously I've hit submit already, or update, so it's reset this back to 30 pixels. I just hit none, and then click update again, and your pop-up should be normal size. And I'll verify that before we get out of here. The other things are, this is your width, this is your height. So if you do grab another pop-up and it has a different width and a different height, make sure you change it here. Background color, none of this stuff is really going to be used, because if you do have a full page, you know, width, you're not going to be seeing it in the back. You're not going to see the background image, which didn't work for a picture either. The horizontal position, you don't need to do like center or top left if, you know, if it takes up the whole thing. Your border width, yeah, these are things that you're just not going to need, but that you can play around with. Also, the last thing on here is the show options. I can do 5 seconds in. I can do 0.5 seconds in, which is kind of like as soon as you load the page. I can close the pop-up automatically after a certain amount of seconds. I'm going to refresh this. So say I want to, you know, close that pop-up even if they don't click anything after 60 seconds, which is a little bit long because I'm not going to stare at this screen for 60 seconds until, you know, it does something, but you can do that. Now also they have the ability to click off the icon to, you know, kind of get away from it. But you can also set the close timer here like we were talking about. The session interval, this is how many times it's going to be done. Right now we have it disabled, meaning every time they come to your site, they are going to see that pop up. Well, if we only want to do it maybe one time, maybe once a week, maybe once a month, we can set that as well. So right now it is set to disabled. You might have to switch that, and if you do come in here and switch that, just remember that we switch this down to none, and then we switch that. And then also, what pages do you want to show it on? Right now we have it on the home page only. If you want to start showing it on some other pages, there's obviously a list of them up here that you can choose. These are some close settings. If you want the close button, which will actually put a little close button on your pop-up. The escape key, they can get out using the escape key. They can get out using the outside click. Can they get out using inside click? Well, if we set that, but we also have them linking to SpiroFit, that wouldn't work. So I've disabled that. And then what you want your close button to say and do. Showing roles, this is obviously who it's showing to. It's showing to everybody, including the admin, editor, so you can kind of see what it looks like. That's pretty much it. So if you want to set up a new one, you obviously come out of here, and just pretty much like a page. You come over here, hit new one, or hit new. You disable or enable all your options that you want, and then let it know what pages you want to put it on, as well as your show options. You click update, and now you have a second pop-up on your page. Other than that, that's been your quick free tutorial. Enjoy and have a happy Easter.